This is my fight song, take back my life song, prove I'm alright song. My power stand on, starting right now I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song, and I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I still got a lot of fight left in me. That's the fight song by Rachel Platten. Is your power turned on? Are you still fighting, or are you stuck at approval stage? Madam Contest Chair, ladies and gentlemen, I wasn't always a fighter, but at some point in my life, I had to play the fight song, turn my power on, roll up my sleeves and fight. And to date, the fight is still on. When I was in Form 1, I sat beside my mother and the principal sat in front of us. My mom had been called to school because, according to the principal, I had gone out drinking on my way back to school after the midterm break. She looked straight into my eyes and told me these words. "You're Christine's sister? Christine is such an angel, but you're such a devil." I mean, I knew my sister and I were different, but for heaven's sake, not as different as God and Satan. For a moment, I experienced some sense of hope and relief because my mother was right beside me and would come to my rescue. I looked up to her with wet tears full of expectation, but to my disappointment, she said nothing, not a word. Who has been in a situation where they felt that no one believes and trusts in them? That was me at that moment. And at that very moment, I realized that no one can ever come to my rescue. Not even the people I feel are the most closest to me. And as light shines into the darkness, as fast as that, I realized that life is my fight. And I had to start getting ready to fight and win. A few years later, I did my SCSC. I had worked so hard that I was expecting a very good grade. When I received my results, I was very sad. I was crying, lamenting, asking myself questions, only to share with my uncle, and do you know what he said? "Wow, you, a B. I thought you'd have gotten a C having tried your best." That's how lowly I was thought of. That's how incapable of getting a good grade my uncle considered me to be. Another red light. That I was on my own. That I needed myself to rescue me. And I told myself, the fight is on. But then there was my rock bottom, where I sat, wrote a suicide note. And as I sat on that bed that I shared with my sister, the angel, with a heap of drugs on my left hand and a glass of water on my right, ready to take my life, I asked myself severally if I had a reason left to live, and the answer was always a resounding no. I then asked myself why I thought so, and the answer was because everyone around me, even those who considered me their closest, thought I was good for nothing. I further asked myself, is that what really matters? And at this time, it's like the fight song was playing so loud in my head that I had a conversation with myself. And at that point, I made a very deliberate decision to turn my power on, to play my fight song, to roll up my sleeves. And to date, I rest if I have to. Crawl when I can't walk. Walk when I can't run. Run when I can't soar. But one thing I never do is quit. I keep fighting, no matter what. Are you in this room this evening, waiting for someone to believe in you enough to give you power to live, to do you, to blossom, to make a difference in the world? I hate to break it to you. No one will do that. No one can give you such kind of power but yourself. You need to fight. You need to play that music, that fight song. And do you know what I've realized over time? People don't take away our power. We give it to them. So refuse to do that. Play your fight song, roll up your sleeves, and fight, Madam Queen.